It is my pleasure to move on with this program and welcome to the stage someone who's absolutely incredible, Barbara Abrams. A native of Jacksonville, Florida, Barbara is a longtime activist for Griot Circle. In addition to her ceaseless dedication to advocating for our community, Barbara is a very active member of SAGE Center Brooklyn, walking a mile each way 5 days a week. Walking a mile each way 5 days a week. She brings her humor and joy for life to the Stonewall community. It is truly an honor and a privilege to welcome tonight Barbara Abrams.
Good evening, can you hear me? All right. Good evening, SAGE family. Good evening, I love you. My name is Barbara Abrams, and I'm here from SAGE Center Brooklyn, Stonewall House. Thank you. I had my first kiss at my hometown in Jacksonville, Florida. My best friend's sister kissed me, and I looked at her and asked her to go home right away. Because my mother told me that if I was ever caught with people like that, I would be demonized. So I went inside and looked in the mirror for over an hour. And since I didn't have a hanging tooth or anything like that, I decided to go to her house, and I kissed her back. I felt victorious. I knew that I was dealing with something different in my life, and I knew that I had to start saving money. I saved every penny that I could find in a Maxwell House coffee can. You know the one with the plastic top. I buried it under my mother's house, and I would go back as often as I could to put money in it. And eventually, I had $600. $600. 1969, y'all. 1969. Next thing I knew, I was watching TV, Dick Van Dyke, Mary Tyler Moore show. Mary Tyler Moore, to me, being a woman, she was debonair. She was smooth. She was confident with herself. And I wanted to be just like her. She was very impressive to me. She lived in something called an apartment. I knew I had to have one too. So when I was around 19, freshly out of high school, I'm frozen here for a moment, excuse me. Freshly out of high school, I asked my mother, "Mommy, am I grown?" And she said yes. So I asked her, "Would you take me to the train station?" She thought that was strange, but she said yes. So I quickly grabbed my canary yellow steamer trunk that I love so much. It was so pretty. And the next thing I knew, I found myself in New York City. "34th Street. I looked around and I saw Macy's, so I knew she lived around here somewhere. Yeah. I didn't find her, but I did find my way to the subway. And after going down there, I was so scared. I looked around. Those doors from the train was opening and closing so rapidly. But I eventually got over that fear and ran into the cars. And I arrived at 116th Street and Central Park West. And I noticed that across the street, after looking out at the yellow taxis go by, I'd never seen so many cars in my life. Jacksonville, Florida, that's where I'm from. And across the street, the brown building had a super. I asked the super, "Do you have any apartments here?" He said, "Yes." So I gave him the $25. Yes, $25, folks. And just like that, I had my first apartment. I was so happy. Thank you. I was very pleased. I eventually found myself in the club scene. It was my dream to be around people from all over the globe. I was in my small town of Jacksonville, Florida, and I didn't know very much about anything other than what I was taught. And I was in our little brown little house. It was everything to me to make it here to New York, to be who I knew I could be. And I feel very successful with that achievement. I was the first person in my family to go to college. Thank you. Thank you very much. I did sit on a park bench, though, for a long time, watching those yellow taxis go by. But now, I'm older. I sit around and I think. And with SAGE, because of SAGE, I feel like something was ignited in me and brought me back to life. I never knew that I could be on a runway modeling. I never knew that I could find myself in an ad on the subway platform, and maybe if you saw that ad on your way here, you would see me and some of my friends. I feel loved. I feel privileged. SAGE has given me so many opportunities to feel like that and say those words to you to hear tonight. So I just want you to know I'm very grateful, extremely grateful. I go to SAGE Stonewall. As the introduction was said, I walk a mile there, and I walk a mile back with my walker. And it's very meaningful to me to get up in the morning and feel like I want to do that. And it's all stimulated from my gut because of SAGE. So just know I have tears in my eyes right now. And I feel very emotional. I have a script here, but I pass that script with just raw feelings that I want to share with you tonight. Thank you so much. I get to SAGE every morning, 5 days a week, and I wait outside for the doors to open. I always get there early. I've always done that in my life. Throughout my career, I was always the first one in, the last one to leave. I was told that's how you contain success in your life, and I believe that's true. SAGE, on the other hand, makes me able to say all of these words in my aging status as I am. I just had a birthday, October 1st, and I'm 80 years old now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all so very, very much. I'm just grateful. All of this started from 1969, And I'm standing here now. I go to SAGE every day, 5 days a week. They are so loving there. I can't believe that I feel such love. And it's, who helps me and gives me this? SAGE, SAGE, SAGE. Please know it's very real. So thank you all for everything that you do for SAGE and me. And I thank you all for listening to me tonight. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you.